Good morning, Raptor Freaks. Lexi Otts here, and it's Tuesday, so it's time for Tuesday Trivia. That's right, and we're not doing Classic Jurassic today. We're going to be celebrating this 2-year birthday of this channel today. That's right, a surprise trivia birthday party, y'all. That's right, about 2 years ago today. It wasn't today exactly, but around 2 years ago, in before training camp, I started this Raptor Freak channel, and so there's been 2 full seasons I've done covering the team, and this will be entering my third season of covering the team. That's a big deal because every day I'm live streaming. So we're celebrating the birthday of this channel today. 2 years of the Raptor Freak channel. That's right, baby. Woo! Woo! All right, let me see what y'all are saying in the comments. We'll cut the comments off because I want to get right into this trivia. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot different than anything ever. Amit, the GOAT is here. Amit Gaming in first. Good morning, y'all. Hope y'all's week is going well. Good morning to you, Amit. I hope high school has been treating you well so far, sir. And I'm so happy to see you here this week. Now, you will not be able to copy and paste today. I'm going to tell you that right now, but don't worry about it. I'm glad that we've cleared everything up. And I'm ready to see you continue to compete, Amit. We're so happy to see you. He's also saying, so excited for the fantasy draft on October the 1st. Only did one fantasy draft ever, so I might not be great at it. You, dude, listen, you're a fast learner, and I have a lot of belief in you. You're a young man with a lot of capability. And listen, I think you're going to do fine. I would recommend this. Do a mock draft on the Yahoo system just to know what the bells and whistles of how it works, so that you know where to look and kind of know everything that you can possibly do in the draft, because when you're doing the draft, it's fast and you won't have time to figure it all out. So I highly recommend to the 20 people, the 20 teams that are in our fantasy league, to go and do a mock draft this week before Sunday. That is right. We are going to have our draft on Sunday morning for the Sunday special report. The draft starts at 9:45. The live stream starts at 9:30. So we'll have 15 minutes to talk about it beforehand. And I will be, like last year, while we're doing the draft, giving advice and doing live reaction to the draft as we do it. So it's a lot of fun. It's an interesting stream. So I highly encourage everyone who's in the league to try and make it for Sunday. That is when we're going to be drafting our team live on this channel. That's right. Cowboys here. Good morning, Lex and Raptor Freaks. Which birthday? Birthday of this channel, Bradley. This channel started 2 years ago, right around now. I don't know if this is the exact date, but it is very much right around. I started it with an overview. My very first stream wasn't a stream. It was just me coming on live, talking about what I thought was going to happen in the Eastern Conference for that year. And that year was the year after the Tampa season when Scotty Barnes was a rookie. So I started my stream right when Scotty showed up, and we've gone so many places since then. So yeah, that's what's up. Canadian Dana is here. Good morning, everyone. Bam, bam to Dana. Good to see you, Canadian Dana, as always. Amit saying the channel's 2-year birthday. That's right. That's right, Cowboy. You've been a big part of it. He's been around for the whole time. He's been to both meet and greets, and he's just been an important part of being a regular on this channel. We love you, Bradley. Ahmed saying, you hear when Raptors players reached out to Dame, he changed the subject to asking them if they are wanting to join him to Portland. I did not hear about this. Things have intensified in the last 24 hours for us in the Dame Lillard saga. We are sounding like the front runner. They are sounding like they want Grady Dick really badly. They really, really want to get Grady in this deal to be coming back to Portland. This is very interesting stuff. And guys, don't be surprised if Masai does pull another huge move like the Kawhi Leonard deal in the next couple of days. Seriously, all the writings on the wall. I predicted this 6 months ago or near the end of the season when things went awry with Nick Nurse. I said this summer is going to be like the summer of 2018. We're going to fire a coach of the year, and we're going to make a huge blockbuster trade before the end of it. Well, the first shoe dropped already. The second shoe still got to drop, and it could drop anytime in the next couple of days. Now, I'm not totally advocating for getting Lillard. I trust in Masai and Bobby that if it isn't the right package, it isn't the right deal, that they will pass on it and they won't do it. but if it does happen, it's going to make a lot of sense and it's going to work. Watch. So yeah, there you go. This is craziness, crazy stuff going on right now for sure. Tom Duke saying, "What an awesome photo! Let's go, Lex. Grady is a keeper." Just saying, he's not about Grady Dick going to Portland. No, he's not. And Tom Duke's happy to see himself in the photo of the stream today with our good friend David Saborin sitting in the middle there in the picture of us at the Indiana Pacers game that we went to last year. That's right. We're celebrating the birthday. And we got to put the Raptor Freaks on blast. And I hadn't used that picture yet. And I felt like that was a great picture from last season. So I decided to use that one in particular today. That's right. Amit saying, Grady Dick. That's right. That's right. Trevor J's, good morning, Raptors family. Good morning to you, Commissioner Jay. Always good to see you. Seymour saying 7:30 a.m. Mountain Time. That's right, Seymour. You got to get up early for this draft. I don't know who all the teams are exactly. Some people that have joined the league are people that I'm not totally sure are. We've got a lot of teams returning from last year, and I'm really happy with it. I made the schedule. The schedule is what it's going to be as it's shown on the fantasy site right now. There are divisions. There are 4 divisions. There's a north, south, east, west divisions. And I did kind of put the teams in the divisions according to where you are geographically. So, of course, Tom Duke's out on the Western Division. And, it's people that are out east are in the Eastern Division. So that's the way I kind of sorted it out. And I also made a division. The Southern Division, the 6th Southern Division is people that went to the Raptor Freak meet and greets. So that particular division is both the Saborans, David and Peter, Bradley, Raymond Jacob, and myself. The 5 of us are in the Southern Division because we're the 5 that come to the meet and greets that are in the league. So that's how I kind of divided it up, just so everybody knows the logic behind it. And partly I did the meet and greet people because Bradley and the Saborans are buddies, and we're all kind of friends, and we've seen each other at 2 meet and greets now. Raymond Jacob, of course, also. So, yeah, there you go. That's the way I kind of did it. And then the other divisions, you'll see where you're at in your particular divisions if you go check it out. But, yeah, this league is set up. I don't know the draft order. It'll be randomized the day of the draft. So I can't tell you when you're going to draft, so you can't prepare that way. You're going to find out that morning, and we will do it on Sunday. I know it's early. It's before preseason, but in some ways, there's going to be a lot of players drafted, and we want to make everybody everybody's got to just ride the ride. If something happens in preseason, it's just what happens. That's why you really got to know your stuff and do your homework. That's right. Fiercely Soft Sarah's here. Good morning, fam, and happy Tuesday. Happy 2-year anniversary, Lex. Thank you, Fiercely. Thank you for being a part of it, and thank you for playing in the fantasy league also. I'm excited to see you redeem your mistake this summer. And I know you're going to do way, way better this time, Fiercey. I'm excited to see you play this year. Quick Takes is here. Good morning, Lex and the Raptor Freaks. Let's get it. Yeah, Quick Takes is in there also in the Fantasy League. I highly recommend y'all do mock drafts and be ready for 9:30 on Sunday. That will be our draft for sure. You want to be there for live. And if you're not, you can do pre-selected auto draft rankings so that it will pick automatically for you in an order that you kind of prefer the players. So if you cannot make the draft on Sunday morning, definitely pre-rank your draft rankings. That's what you got to do. Yeah, Top is here. Good to see you, Top. Trevor J saying it's always good to stand up for what's right, and that's wrong. It's always good to be true to yourself. It's always good to lend a helping hand because there you go. Words of wisdom from Trevor J. Thank you, Trevor J, for your words of wisdom. It is good to stand up for what's right. It definitely is. It is good to be true to yourself. And sometimes standing for right is sometimes very much intertwined with you being true to yourself. So there you go. Monique is here. Super fan Monique Lawrence is here. Good morning, Raptor Freak family. Good morning to you, Monique. Hope you're having a great Tuesday morning so far. Happy birthday to the Raptor Freak family. 2 years, baby. That's right. Top saying, congrats, Lex. I had a good thought question about Pascal, but I'll save it. Yeah, give it to me afterwards. After the trivia, and we'll definitely cover it for you. The stuff about Pascal. I definitely want to talk about Pascal. Quick Take saying, I don't see that writing on the wall. Could be my vision, though. I don't know why I've figured this. It's just maybe it's because this is the way we deal with things. I realize Masai and Bobby understand that Toronto is not going to get free agents the typical way in the free agent time when it's normal. They really have to wait and calculate when disgruntled players come. And this is what happened at the end of the season. Masai said this. He said very much, he's like, you never know what happens the offseason. Somebody doesn't want to be on a team and you become an opportunist. And well, that's kind of their MO. They can't get huge names like Leonard and Lillard. Well, they can get them in these situations when the team is really desperate to unload them because they're a problem. And that happened with Leonard. San Antonio had to trade him, and Portland has to trade him now too. And in some ways, Masai is the guy who keeps his team in flexibility so he can pounce on these kind of opportunities to help rescue a superstar who's in this kind of situation. So in some ways, it's brilliant. It's honestly very brilliant because he leaves the team flexible enough to do this. And then also the way the situation happens, it's always he has the leverage because that team is the team that's in trouble and they need something to happen on a schedule and they're worried about time. The Raptors aren't worried about time. So in some ways, this is brilliant. And this is his playbook. I totally get what his playbook is at this point. Leave it open. And when you see an opportunity like Lillard or Leonard open up, then you strike and see what you can do. So I honestly, this is our roundabout weird way of getting big, huge free agents to Toronto. Well, we got to do it the way we got to do it, even if it seems kind of crazy and disruptive and sudden. So I'm all about it. Seymour saying, I want world champ Dennis as my starting point guard. FIBA ball was too nice to watch. Yeah, it was real nice. And we will be talking about Dennis on the Instagram check. Cool Cat saying, good morning, Raptor Free crew. Holy smokes, Masai and Bobby in the mix for Dame time. I don't want both OG and Precious in the mix. Damn, we'll be sad to lose Dick as well. Well, this is what we got to do. Once again, we really have to trust Bobby and Masai right now. Trust in Masai, Cool Cat. He's not going to get ripped off. If there's a deal, we're going to see it, and it may look awkward and feel weird at first, but in the long run, there's a vision. And there's something about it that will stack up to us being better. Trust me. So in some ways, this is what I'm thinking. It's, I realized when I was talking about the cap stuff that they don't have to match the full 45 million of Dame Lillard. They can match 36 million of it. So in some ways, we can maybe get away with only trading 3 players away. I'd love for it to be something like a OG Thad Malachi deal. If it could be those 3 guys going from the team right now and we got Dame Lillard, would y'all be upset? Seriously. If we just traded them OG, Thaddeus, and Malachi, would you be upset about that, y'all, with Dame Lillard coming with that going out? Seriously, think about it. That could be possible. Seriously, we put the right picks around it. That could be possible right there. We still have Dennis. Let's see. G saying, I'm open to getting Lillard now. Thinking further, Masai doesn't rebuild. He retools at the highest level. I'm bracing myself in case that happens. We'll love to see the team as it is, but you have to trust the front office. Exactly. It's out of our control anyway. So let's not get an ego about it and get too like, it has to be this way. Let's let the man do his job and let's be in awe of him if he does pull off something amazing. Cool Cat saying Dame Lillard duo will be an upgrade and a serious weapon on spreading the floor. This is very true. Very, very true. Bleacher Report just came out that Barnes is not in the trade talks. I think we all knew this anyway. He's been described as not on the table, not even on the table, but nowhere near the room where the table is. That's what they describe Scotty in these negotiations as far as them asking for him. He's like, he's not on the table. He's not even in the room where the table is. He's not even in the building where the table is in the room. It's like he's so far away from any of the talks. So we don't have to worry about Scott. Although some people are saying trading Scott in this deal makes the most sense in some ways because his timeline is not on the same timeline. In some ways, keeping OG instead is more on timeline with Dame Lillard. And that's totally true in some ways. Let's see. Amit saying, I play you on week 10. That's right, Amit. We're going to have I really wanted to the schedule was hard to make, first of all, partly because I wanted more division matchups, but it couldn't completely be that way. So the main thing I looked for was David Saborin. I wanted David Saborin to be able to play his brother twice and me twice. So when I got that schedule that had me against David twice and his brother against David twice, I say, all right, this is the schedule. That's all I was looking for. I was like, all right, I have to play David twice in the season, and so does his brother. And then when I figured that out in the schedule, then I was like, all right, this is a good schedule. So yeah, there you go. That's how I figured it out. Mo's saying happy 2 year anniversary. Lex, happy 2 year anniversary to you, Mo. You put in the work too with me being here. Cool Cat saying I want my trio of Pascal, OG, and Scotty. Pay them all and go over the cap. Yeah, Cool Cat very consistent with what she wants. Trevor J is saying I didn't know. Happy anniversary to you, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you so much. Kareem's saying, let's continue to build and strike when Giannis is available. Fuck Dame. His time is running out. Now, this is another thing. This is like the Giannis sweepstakes from before. There is a lot of talk about Giannis wanting to be gone, and that may be the time to strike instead. Kareem may have a good point here. Well, trust him aside. Let's see how he sails the ship through this real quick. Quick Take saying, well, if Lillard liked Portland, he should love Toronto. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing not to like here. Somebody said on Twitter yesterday, Drake, Lillard, if you come here, Drake will give you a feature on one of his albums. I was like, holy shit, that would be something that might entice Dame Lillard to come to Toronto. Is if Drake puts him on one of his songs on one of his albums coming up, and he is actually like in the song. That's huge, Dame Lillard. You want to kickstart your music career, you get a part on one of Drake's albums, yeah, you're bona fide, and you will get that possibly if you come to Toronto. So there are reasons why he would really love to be in Toronto. Trust me, we could figure them out. Nameless said, I would not be upset. Cool Cats, if you like that deal that I said, OG Thad and Malachi for Damian Lillard, yeah, I don't mind that either. It could get down to that point because honestly, in some ways, Portland's desperate. Cool Cat saying, I will never be attached to a player again. Pascal is my last attached player. So that way I never feel bad when players have to leave. Laugh out loud. Oh, Cool Cat. I know I felt these lessons too at times. And Nameless said, I will not be upset if OG is the only roster player you lose to add. We've got more of what OG provides this season to soften the blow. Thank you, Nameless. You're exactly right. Seymour saying, if you build it, they will come. Rely on Masai. Raptor Freaks for life. Congratulations on 2 years. Future looks bright. You've been a big part of it, Sheriff, and thank you for being a part of this channel. Quick Take saying, OG Thad and Malachi. Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah, to add Dame. Yeah, minus the sun. My bad. Dame was saying Darko system will minimize the effects of losing OG. All right, y'all. No more comments. Don't write any more in, guys, because I do want to start this trivia. Cool Cat saying, I think we have to keep Scotty for the future, and he would learn a lot from Dame and Pascal duo, like Pascal learned from Kawhi. I agree with that. Name was saying, if we had Nick, you'd really feel the loss of OG. Cool Cat saying, the thing with Giannis, you have to sign his two brothers as well. I'm giving you a dunk for that, Cool Cat. I know you're being not totally serious, but that is hilarious, honestly, because that is kind of true. You have to sign his two brothers if you do. I mean, we had Alex for a bit already, so it's not even that huge of a thing. Top saying, guys, on the Miami pod yesterday said we were begging Dame to come here, and why would we want him if he doesn't want us? I told them exactly what you're saying, Lex. We have to take a different approach. Yeah, I mean, the Miami fans are showing that they're scared. Honestly, everybody in Miami's feared because they really think they're going to lose out on Lillard on this. I'm going to tell you right now, they are going to lose out on Lillard no matter what. There's two things that are a problem here. First of all, Miami has stripped their team of good resources by doing big deals over the last couple of years where they have no flexibility. And this is totally the reason why Toronto has an advantage over dealing with Portland than they do, because they don't have any assets or anything to deal, and they don't have the firepower for it. Pat Riley realizes this. So he's given them really shitty deals. Plus, the new owner of the Heat is a tightwad. He doesn't want to spend any money. In fact, he is one of these owners, just like what happened to Miami Marlins a long time ago, where they just decided, okay, you won a championship, we're going to get rid of your whole team and slash it. We don't want to spend money anymore. So Cronin is a cheapskate. He doesn't want to open up the coffers to spend money on the Miami Heat right now. And Pat Riley's hands are tied with what he can offer Portland. So they're screwed. Miami Heat Nation knows they're screwed deep down, that they're not going to get Lillard. And that's why they're making up all kinds of bullshit news and rumors all over the place about Lillard and him not wanting to come to Toronto. You wish he didn't want to come to Toronto. He doesn't want to come to Toronto just like Kawhi Leonard doesn't want to come to Toronto. So y'all, you were going to find out, Miami, you have had a nightmare offseason. You have had a nightmare offseason in some ways because you missed out on everything you wanted. That's right. That is right. Let's see. MSJ said, no way they let it happen. Not enough. I feel Dame is a good case of fool's gold. I don't know if he is. MSJ, he's a proven commodity in this league, and he is an overpowering, dominant player in this league. We got to understand. We need to respect him a little bit more. for actually what his ability and who he is on the court. It's really easy to say, oh, Dame Lillard, yeah, whatever. But seriously, this dude is good. MSJ, thank you for the super chat. And thank you, Isaac, for the cutoff. Monique saying, I don't see it with Dame. End of story. Great video, Dennis. See, most still very much not with the Dame thing. I see this stuff like he's going to be so good for us offensively if he comes here, that if we need shots at the end of the game, he will make them and we will win games. So there's a lot of things about Lillard that are very, very attractive, and we should not poo-poo them. This man averages over 30 points a game. I know people are saying, well, we want him to do other things for other people. Well, we could see him come to Toronto and have a new era. He may not play like Portland Dame. He may play a more team-oriented game, and it may be better for him because he doesn't have to do so much like he did over there. And he has people that he actually can trust that can do stuff instead of him, like Siakam and Barnes. So in some ways, we may see a less like dominant Dame, but a very good Dame because he's playing more of a team-oriented game with the guys. So there's some real potential for some amazing stuff. I'm telling you. Cool Cat, you have a few dunks. You just haven't had one in a while. I think you have like 4 or 5, actually. MSJ saying, Cool Cat, that was a good one. Fool's Gold, if you think Chip is coming. I don't think that that's fool's gold. Listen, did we think that we were getting a chip after we got Kawhi Leonard? No, and we did. So listen, trust me. And the other thing is the timeline's different with Lillard. Kawhi, we had 1 year to get it right. Well, with Lillard, we have a couple years to get it right if we do pull the trigger on this. All right, let's see. Name was saying, Chef is tripping, saying that Dame Lillard wouldn't help the rest of our players. It's all about spacing. Yeah, he's crazy. That man will help any player on any team that he goes to. I'm telling you right now, he is a magnet. He deserves the attention of the other team's defense, and other people get opened up. Now, the crazy thing is the Toronto media is very much endorsing this deal. Doug Smith and Michael Grange both coming out with pieces yesterday that say you have to make this deal. If Lillard there's any kind of way of getting Lillard in a Toronto Raptors jersey, they're both fully endorsing it. Doug Smith very much telling us we need to respect who the hell this guy is. And if you can get a guy like this, you need to get him, is what Doug Smith is saying. So in some ways, I agree with these guys right now. Nameless is saying we don't need Dame Lillard to play defense. That's right. He can play pretty good defense and we'll cover it up for him. All right, Kareem, thank you. We want to do trivia time. That's right. This is Raptor Freak family trivia, y'all. The first question is, who is the co-producer and West Coast Raptor Freak president of the Raptor Freaks? Who is the co-producer of this channel and the West Coast president of the Raptor Freaks? David Duke? No, it's Tom Duke. That's right. Fiercely Salsera knows it's Tom Duke. That's right. Fiercely Salsera getting that. You said David Duke. That's right. There's no Wikipedia page for this one today, y'all. It's going to be who knows his channel the best. That's right. Tom Dookie Ducarelli. I know. And Amit, you're in the middle of the afternoon right now. All right. I want to make sure that it's Fiercely first. Yeah, it is. It is Tom Duke, and that's the right answer. Here's the next question. Who is the current Raptor Freak Rookie of the Year? Who is the current Raptor Freak Rookie of the Year? That's right. You were trying to find your middle name, my middle name? No, Tom, I'm not doing that. You were the first question. Shir Khan is. That's right. Fiercely Salsera has been paying attention, and she knows Shir Khan is the current Raptor Freak Rookie of the Year. He is the answer to number 2. Yeah, there we go. Shir Khan. Amit the GOAT. He could be the Rookie of the Year. He could have, but he showed up in the middle of the summer. He was too late. Shir Khan was during the season more, but Amit's been more recent. Maybe Amit the GOAT may be the Rookie of the Year next year. We'll have to see if Amit the GOAT wins Rookie of the Year next year. That's right, Monique. It is Shir Khan. I'm going to give you a point for that. Let's see. Third question is, who made these Raptor Freak shirts for the channel? Who was the person who went and made these shirts for the channel? It's amazing. I love you so much for doing that. I can't believe you did that. It was a surprise to me. It was Evelyn. MSJ remembers that. It was Granny Swag who did that. Chris has got it. Yeah, it was actually Evelyn who made it. Granny Evelyn made the shirts. And she has more of them, y'all. If you come to Raptor Freak meet and greets, you could probably get a shirt for free. That's what happened at the last one. Everybody who showed up got one of these shirts, and it was awesome. Let's go, Granny. That's right. Chris getting that one. All right. Who is the Raptor Freak channel MVP and Raptors community champion? That's right. Who is the Raptors freak MVP and the current? Monique is right. Fiercely Salsera getting that one. Monique is, of course, one of the answers today. And Monique is that answer right there. She's community champion and also Raptor Freak MVP. That is right. Super fan Mo. That's right. Woo! Woo! We love you, Mo. We really, really do. We love you a whole lot. That's right. All right, here's the next question, y'all. Who was the first Raptor Freak Trivia champion? Who won the first season of Raptor Freak Trivia? I say this stuff all the time. That's right. Who won the first season of Raptor Freak Trivia is not David. It is G. Tom Duke remembers that. It was G who won the first season, and he got the JYD practice jersey signed by Jerome Williams. What a great prize he got. A Jerome Williams practice jersey. Plus, he got some cool basketball cards from back in the day. It was G. Tom Duke got it. That's right. Who was the Raptor Freak champion in the second season? That's the next question. Whoever answers it after G. G is the Griffote. The Griffote. David won the second one. That's right. Fiercely Salsera getting David Saborin, who's in the picture today, y'all. If you want to see who David is, he's there with Tom Duke and I in the picture today for today's stream. That is David Saborin. That is right. He is the current champion of trivia, and Fiercely is the current leader of trivia right now. All right, let's keep going. Keep going. Who are the Mug Brothers? Who are the two Mug Brothers that this new phenomenon happened? Who are the Mug Brothers? That's right. Who are the Mug Brothers? MSG, J, and CC, Canadian Cowboy. You know what? It's fitting that you would get that, MSJ. You're getting yourself and Canadian Cowboy, the Mug Brothers in full effect. I know we're going to add Mug Brothers to this at some point, at some meet and greet. There, Tom Duke is an aspiring Mug Brother. I know that. And we will get some more Mug Brothers going in this. I know this is going to become a thing. That's right. The Mug Brothers is MSJ and Cowboy, Canadian Cowboy. That's right. Yeah, David and Peter, the Saborin brothers, and they're kind of honorary Mug Brothers, but they didn't really do what these guys did. The Mug Trio. I don't know. We're just gonna make it the Mug Society or something. I don't know. I'm not in it, y'all. I'm just there. I'm kind of like watching out for them. I'm the lookout. Who won the WNBA Fantasy League in the Raptor Freak channel? Who won the WNBA League in the Fantasy channel? Who won that WNBA championship this summer? Who was it? Meredith. That's right. Fiercely Salsera is on top of it. Meredith won the WNBA championship. And you know what? Meredith's going to be playing in this fantasy league for the NBA also. I'm really excited about this year with the head-to-head format. And, it's going to be exciting. I have a feeling this year's Yahoo Fantasy is going to be a lot of fun, guys. So I hope you'll, get ready and be prepared. Who won the first season of Raptor Freak Yahoo Fantasy Basketball? Who won that first season of Raptors NBA Fantasy last year? Who was it? Tom. Yeah, you know what, Cream? I'll give it to you. I know you meant to hit that K. Tom. No, it wasn't. No, actually, that's not right. Tom Duke is not right. That's not the right answer, actually. Who won the first season of our fantasy league? Yeah, it's close. George like Gervin, Iceman like Gervin. No, it wasn't him. It wasn't Eric Flynn. Duppy came in second. I think Duppy was in second. David was in second too. No, this is somebody who hasn't been around the channel a whole lot this summer, so you guys may forget. Yeah, it wasn't Tom Duke. It wasn't Tom Duke. Tom Duke was he did get a medal. I think he was third. Yeah, Tom's having a hard time remembering this too. Who won this? Well, he's returned. He's going to defend his championship. He was the last team added to our fantasy league. He's not from BC. This guy is here in Toronto, and I met him to give him his prize at the end of the season. He won the powder blue UNC Tar Heels Vince Carter jersey signed by Vince. No, it's not Blackhawk. It's not somebody who's come to the meet and greets. He's somebody I did go get a picture with. You know where you can find the answer? Go look in the Raptor Freak community tab and scroll down. You'll find me giving the Vince Carter jersey to him. Yeah, Monique's saying Jason. Yeah, his name is Jason. So you got it. Monique got it. His name is Jason. Jason Duke is who it is. Duke Rocks was the name of the guy. It was Duke Rocks who won it. Duke Rocks won it. Now he's more of a musician, not a comedy guy. He's a musician. He plays guitar. And he's a really nice guy. Jason. So his Duke Rocks is his name on here, and his name is Jason. Monique got it straight up. All right, who is the salary cap expert for the Raptor Free channel? Who is the one who knows the salary cap stuff that I always ask? Oh, yeah, Duke Rocks. Yeah, that's who won it. Yeah, Logical. David's got that. Logical Raptors fanatic is the person we ask about the salary cap. David Saborin getting those points right there. That is right. Logical Raptors fanatic. Where are you, Mike? We miss you. Come on back now. Yeah. All right. Who is the channel's Canadian content person? Who is watching over our Canadian content on the Raptor Free channel? Making sure I do enough Canadian stuff on here. Who is it? Who is our Canadian content advisor on this channel? It's not Dana. No, it's not Dana. It's not Mo. You guys know who it is. I want to see who figures this out. It's not Monique and it's not Dana. Who is our Canadian content officer? It's not Tom Duke. It's not Isaac. Wow, I've done a really good job here that you guys are not remembering who it is. Trevor J. No, it's not Trevor J. It's not Dookie Duke. It's not Dookie. It's not Canadian Dana. It's not David Saborin. Y'all, come on now. Who is our Canadian content advisor? Adriana? No. Iceman like Gervin? No. Let's see. Alexiotz? No. I'm trying to remember if you guys would remember who this is. Evelyn? No. Is it somebody else or something? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Greg? I don't know. Who is it? Fiercey? I don't know who it is. Well, what's his name, y'all? Y'all got to get it right. Come on now. David got it. It's Justin Bieber, y'all. I must not use him enough because y'all forgot him. I kind of am glad because in some ways he's kind of like something on a show where you try something out and then it kind of just goes away and then you just don't see it anymore. So yeah, Justin Bieber was the answer. And, I guess you guys just don't think about him anymore. It is what it is. Justin Bieber was the answer. All right. Who is the current leader of the Raptor Freak Trivia that we're playing right now? They're the leader of what we're doing right now. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, my son. Yeah, Justin Bieber is my son. Iceman, no. Iceman was the leader. He's not anymore. Fiercey is. Ahmet the gamer. Ahmet the goat knows that. So Ahmet's getting that one. He definitely knows who the leader is right now because he's coming. He wants to try and beat her. So he's coming for that. So it is Fiercey. Fiercey Salsera. Me. I love it. It's me. It's me. Good stuff. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Who is the commissioner of fantasy sports for this channel? Who is the commissioner for fantasy sports in this channel? Who is our guy who's sending me a bunch of trophies lately? Yeah, Trevor J is right. Fiercey knows who it is. It's Trevor J. Trevor J is the man who is our commissioner of fantasy sports here. That's right. Thank you, Trevor J, for all that you do. The commissioner, the Commissioner J. That's right. Here we go. Next question. Who gives us blessings every morning? Who is our blessings man that comes in and just, hey, he's been very consistent with this for a long, long time. Since like year one, is like, who is that? Who is it? There we go. David knows. It's Randolph Phillips. That's right. Randolph Phillips comes in with the blessings. Yes, I know, Mo. I know you know all these answers, Monique. You do not have to step into the ring and prove anything to us. We know you know this stuff, Mo. So don't worry about it. Yeah, it is Randolph Phillips. Yes, our good friend Randolph. Blessings to the Phillips family as always. Always. I know he's not here right now. We're going to give him blessings. Anyway, right now, blessings to you. All right, who is the person who has created art for this channel? That I've used art on this channel at times. Who is the artist that I push on this channel that has made and commissioned art for us? And it's been so awesome. It's not Tom Duke. Tom Duke is the producer, and he's also our remote guy. No. Who is it? Who is our art guy who's made the Raptor Freak art? There's been art a couple of different times. Let's see who remembers his name here first. See, Peter Saborn. No, Tom's got it. It's Kendrick James. That's right. It's Kendrick Chronic Art James is made the Raptor Freak art for this channel at times. That's right. Tom Dookie getting that one. The tattoo guy. Yeah, that's it. The tattoo guy. Kendrick. Mo, you want points for that? I'll give you points for that. You got it in there. All right. Who's my Italiano teacher? Yes. Who is my Italiano teacher? Yes. My favorite Italian teacher. ever. Nameless. That's right. David Saborin getting nameless for that one. Of course, nameless was one of the questions. Nameless is my Italiano. Let's fucking go. That's right. That's right. Italiano. Yes, yes. Nameless. He can't remember the name. That's a dunk for MSJ. He cannot remember his name because he's nameless. Oh, I love the silliness of that. All right, where's MSJ? There, you get a dunk. You get a dunk. He can't remember the name. Buongiorno. Yes. All right, here we go. Who has a music reaction channel that is a very much an original Raptors freak? Somebody who's a part of our community who's been in the chat a lot in the last 2 years. Who has the music channel? That's right. Fiercey knows it's Sue. Sue has Play It Again, Sue. That's right. That is one of our questions today. Play It Again, Sue, baby. That's right. Y'all know about Sue. I love it. Go give her a follow. Seriously, Play It Again, Sue is a great music reaction channel. We love it. We love it. We love it. All right, here we go. Yeah, here we go. You guys see, this is a different trivia today. It's all about y'all. It's all about y'all. That's right. Seymour's like, All right, here's the next one. All right, what 3 famous people have come into our chat regularly and talked to us? There's 3 in particular famous people that I've talked to in the last 2 years. Darko is one of them. Ahmet has got Darko Rajakovic. He is definitely one of them, Ahmet the GOAT. Who are the other 3 that have come? The other 2 that have come in here? Tom Duke and my dad? Masai? No, Masai's not one of them. Y'all got to think about who actually comes in here. Y'all think my dad is famous? That's awesome. He is kind of famous in some ways. In architecture circles, he is. That's for sure. He is. Nacho the Nacho? No, Gerald's on his way, but it's not him, and it's not Nick Nurse. You know, I call Nick Nurse. I'm talking about who's coming into the chat and talk to us like Darko did. There's been 2 other personalities at different times over the 2 years that have been people that we've been like, oh, you're here. Let me talk to you or act like I'm talking to you. Chris Childs is not one of the ones I was thinking about. Let's see. Vince Carter is not the one. J-Lo, Wancho. No. Tom, you should know these. Who has been 2 of the people, not Malachi's dad. They've been like Darko was. He came in, they used their name, and then they talked to me, and I talked to them like they were them. There was somebody who came in last summer, and there was somebody who came in before that too. This is tough because you got to remember kind of the fake people that have been in our chat. I don't know if Darko's fake. I hope he's the real one. Commissioner Silver? No. You got to think that somebody actually went to the trouble of making the account name and came in and imposterized as them. Yeah, Nameless said, damn, yes, I remember the other 2. Who are they? Who are the other 2? It's not Bobby Webster. They're not Raptors people, just so you know. Just so y'all aren't thrown off. One of them isn't even a basketball person. It's just somebody came in. Yeah, it's all Nameless in my theory. You think Nameless is the one who's doing these fake accounts? Well, whoever knows him may be the person. Donald Trump is not one of the people, but one of the people is exactly like Donald Trump. Let's just put it that way. He's best friends with Donald Trump, and he's despicable just like Donald Trump. One of the people. Trudeau. No, it's not Trudeau. It's not King Charles and Oprah. It's not Mankind. It's not Biden. It's not Mick Foley. No. It is somebody in wrestling that's like Donald Trump. That's one of the people. Yeah. Trudeau is definitely not as bad as Trump. Nowhere near as bad as Trump. Trust me. He really, really isn't. Hulk? No, it's not Hulk. It's not Rudy Giuliani. It's not Ron DeSantis. No, he's not really political, but he does support Trump, this guy, and he is in wrestling. So, I mean, he's the most like Trump in wrestling. That should give it away right there. Y'all should know. You can't think of their names. You guys this is deep cut. That's what I'm saying. These last couple of questions may be hard for you guys. McMahon. There it is. Cool Cat got it. It's Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon. We had Vince McMahon coming in here for a while and talking to me. Remember when Vince McMahon would come in here? Vince McMahon's like talking to me. All right, there's one person. There's a player in the NBA who's not on our team that came in and talked to us last summer. And I was talking all trash about this person. Yeah, Vince McMahon is the right answer on that one. Who's the other person who came in all the time? And I don't like this guy. He was supposed to be a rookie last year. And I talked trash about him. And then he showed up on my stream and we talked to him. And I told him he needed to go and get locked up in the Mandarin. Yeah, there it is. Ahmet knows who I'm talking about. Chet Holmgren. That's right. Chet Holmgren is the other person. So the three people that we've had come to the stream and talk to us like that is Vince McMahon, uh, Chet Holmgren, and Darko Rajakovic. That's right. Those are the three names right there. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, did you say it first, Holmgren? Let me see. On my chat, it says Amit first. He's got Chet first. It's Chet for him first, then Kareem, then you, David. So, David, you're actually third on my screen. You guys all wrote it at the same time, but Amit actually got it in there first. So, I'm giving it to Amit. Kareem's second, and you're third, and MSJ is fourth. And then you read Holmgren. You're just trying to say when you wrote the whole name. I'm giving him Chet just from the names. Chet is enough for me on this one. Chet is enough for me. Yeah, why would anybody impersonate McMahon? Because we have a wrestling aspect on this channel, and they wanted to have that somebody there. Yeah, it's all good, David. It's all good. Chet will be better than Wembayama. I don't believe that, Seymour, but we'll see. David saying, no, it came through first on my screen. All good. It's all good. I mean, in some ways, I could screenshot stuff and I could show you guys. Ahmed is a bot. NBA Quick Takes, you want a dunk? I think you just got a dunk. I don't even know if you have one yet. This is going to be NBA Quick Takes first dunk. Ahmed is a bot. That's hilarious. NBA Quick Takes, getting a dunk real quick. That's hilarious. I know he's not a bot. I know he's not. Nameless is saying, nobody can spell Holmgren anyway. Can I have a third of a point? We don't do thirds of a point. That's a putback dunk. Seymour likes that. Yeah. Tom Dick saying, haha, quick. That was so good. So many funny classic moments to recall from. NBA Quick Takes, I am. Maybe I'm not. See, I don't know bots talk like that. And MSJ saying the Chet versus Wembayama matchup is what I want to see. Yeah, there you go, Quick Takes. You've got a rite of passage. All right, this is an important question, and people will know this one. Who has the knockoff Vince Carter bobblehead currently, right now? Who has the knockoff Vince Carter bobblehead that was the prize for the trivia last year that ended up, who ended up getting that bobblehead? Seymour's not right. David's not right. Nope. People that were there will know who got it. Is not Seymour or David. Who got it? He's from Vietnam. It's Raymond. That's right. Monique knows. She was there. She saw him get that Vince Carter bobblehead. It was Raymond Jacob. That's right. Monique, first fast type, first in right before Tom Duke. Good job, Mo. That was straight up you on that one. Mo's doing really good today. I like seeing you get these ones, Mo. All right, this is the last question, y'all. And this is the last question. Good job. This is a lot of it. Yeah. It's all good. I want to see who has good memory about this channel. And of course, this isn't on a Wikipedia. So like I said, this is a little bit different for the trivia today. All right, the last question is, how did I catch COVID, y'all? Where did I catch COVID at? If you were paying attention and you've been around this channel for a while, you'll know where I caught COVID when I did finally catch COVID. Let's see. Yeah, but which Raptors game? It's a specific Raptors game. You want to make a Wikipedia for me, Amit? You want to do that? You go ahead. That's fine with me. Kareem saying Adriana gave me COVID. Yeah, kind of. She was with me when I got it. It was a Raptors game, but I want to know which team we were playing. And it was a very special Raptors game. It wasn't just any old Raptors game. At Mandarin, I got COVID at Mandarin. That probably could have been likely if I'd gone to Mandarin. Florida? No, I didn't get in Florida. At Scotiabank was where I got it, but I want to know which game it was. Ooh, okay, I'm going to go through these right. Lady of the Night is how I got COVID. I got to give MSJ a dunk for that one because that just sounds funny. I got COVID from a Lady of the Night. That's hilarious. Let's see. Mo's saying Scotiabank Arena. That is where I got it. At the end of the season, no. It wasn't the Indiana game, no. It wasn't there. It wasn't at the Pacers game. It was at Raps game in Scotiabank. It wasn't Chicago. It was Miami. Nameless has got it. But more specifically, what was that Miami game that I got that COVID at? I went the whole pandemic for most of the time without getting the COVID, and then I finally got it. Was it when Danny got his ring? No, it wasn't when Danny got his ring. It was versus the Clips. No, it wasn't that. Giving myself 5 dunks for my happy anniversary. All right, I will, Trevor J. I'll listen to Commissioner. Commissioner has ordained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 dunks just for giving me for a Clippers game. It was actually the Kyle Lowry coming back game. Cool Cat got it there. I'm going to give Cool Cat 50 points for getting the reason. It was the Kyle Lowry return game when he came back and we showed so much love to him. That's when I caught COVID. Was that Kyle Lowry return game. That's right. Wow, that's awesome. Good stuff, man. Yeah, that's how much of a Raptors fan I am. I hide away from the pandemic, really, really, really responsible, and don't go out for the whole of 2020, 2021, and then when Kyle Lowry returns, I go to that game and I get COVID. Then finally, yeah, yeah. Cool Cat was there. I was there. Lots of screaming and chanting. You got the gift. I was masked up at the game. I was too. But I think at times when I was yelling, I bring it down. And then after the game, I think I was yelling too much and I didn't wear my mask coming out. And then when we were trying to get a cab or an Uber out of there, I actually stood out in the cold, really cold. And I think that was part of the reason why I got it too, was because we were outside waiting for like half an hour in very cold weather. And I think that really sealed it in and gave me that. Tom Duke saying, fun stuff. Thanks for the past year, your entertainment. No problem, Tom. You're a big part of it. I appreciate your chapters. I appreciate your emote work. I just appreciate you, Tom. Your enthusiasm and passion is shared. And we love having you around. And just like everybody that's a regular here, Lowry return game. That's right, Monique. That's when it was. Cream saying, damn, Kyle Lowry gave you COVID. He's such a class act, sharing the love. I know I couldn't even be mad at him. He gave me COVID and I couldn't even be mad at it. I was like, damn. And he beat us too, to boot. He came in, charmed us with his big butt and his smile. And he said, I'm just happy to be back in Toronto. And then him and Miami kicked our ass. And I got COVID. That's pretty much how it went. Yeah. David, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, many more to come. And hopefully you guys continue to go on this journey with me. It's a lot of fun. We got a new season starting up. And it's going to be crazy. Amit saying I had a basketball game, but I was supposed to go. W, you were supposed to go to the basketball game, but you didn't because of the COVID. CC saying, can someone please let me know how to get a membership? I've been trying to find it for weeks. Okay, CC, on my page for the Raptor Freak YouTube channel, there's a button that says join, and that's where you can get it. You just hit that join button and it'll give you the prompts for everything that you want to do with it. CC, thank you for your support and your awesomeness. I know that you're someone who's not very active in the chat, but is here watching us diligently and a big part of the Raptor Freaks also. I don't want people that aren't active in the chat to not feel like we're with us, even if I don't know you are and you're watching me all the time. I appreciate you. And, talk to us someday if you want to, or just let us know you're out there. And because we want to, give you recognition for things like my questions today, for being a part of our channel and being here, even if you're a silent part of it that just enjoys watching. Kareem saying this was the best trivia. Kareem loved this trivia. Yeah, it was pretty good. I try to make it, I'm trying new stuff all the time. And I thought this is a good week to do this. The good week to do this, throw it, shake it up just a little bit. But of course, the regular trivia will come back. It's not going to be like this every week, obviously. But yeah, we're going to get some good trivia coming up soon. Ahmed, don't worry. Cool Cat saying, IN never took it off. No eating, no drinking for me at that game. I knew it was a good COVID scene. Yeah, she was smart. I should have been more like you. It was just jammed in there. It was a scene, that's for sure. And we got there really early, and it was just so packed in there. It really, really was so packed in there. Let's see. David's gifted some memberships. CC got one of them. Some good stuff. CC's got one of them for this time. So, when your membership runs out, CC, just look for that join tab or renew it. It'll tell you to renew it. Amit saying, no, I was supposed to go to the Kalo return game, but I had a game. Oh, you were here and you were going to go to that game too. Yeah, that was an awesome game. I was really glad I was there. I wasn't going to go to that game. In fact, partly because of COVID concerns. But once again, Adriana sprung tickets on me and didn't tell me. And she's like, oh, we got tickets to the Kyle Lowry game. And I'm like, okay, all right, let's go. Yeah. Quick take saying big butt and a smile. That's right. He came in, there's actually footage of Kyle coming into the Scotiabank Arena on that day. And he goes into the equipment manager's office because he knows everywhere in the Scotiabank Arena, of course, 9 years here. And he just goes in and he hangs out with our equipment manager. He's like sitting in his office. He's like, yeah, so how you been doing? And stuff like that. That's what the kind of guy Kyle Lowry is like, he doesn't care about hobnobbing with Drake and stuff like that. He's going to go hang out with the equipment manager at the bottom of Scotiabank Arena when he comes back. Yeah, there you go. Fiercey's like, yes, it's hugs and happiness. That's right, Fiercey. MSJ saying, have to add, this channel is a lot of fun. Is it monetized yet, though, Lex? Yes, it is. We've been monetized for a bit. It happened this summer. And that's why these super chats keep popping up. David is giving me $20 just now. I really, really appreciate the support, David. Yeah, and if you want to join the channel, that's good too. But either way, Chris, you're in. You're in. I don't expect you guys to spend money on this channel, but if you do want to support this channel, you're totally welcome to. But it's never a prerequisite for sure. You guys can be full Raptor freaks and come to the events and do whatever without spending any money. That's never ever what the issue is. David's saying that's what the trophy was for from Tom, the Saboring and the Raptor Freak family at the last meet and greet. That's right. That's right. Yeah, man, this is the trophy that he's talking about. That David and Tom put money together and bought me this trophy at the last meet and greet. And David presented this me as a YouTube content maker for excellence in YouTube content making. And I mean so much. I mean, I don't know how this is sanctioned or whatever. It's sanctioned by these guys. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters to me. So I'll hold this up and act like I won an Emmy. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I want to thank God. I want to thank my parents. I want to thank Adriana. I want to thank all the Raptor freaks out there. I want to thank Masai Ujiri for doing a good job. And Scotty Barnes. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. All right, bye. Yeah. Okay, let me see. All right, let's see. Ahmet saying, I lived in Canada until last August. So you just went to Israel like last year. Wow. CC saying there's no join button on the cell view. Oh, you're on a cell phone. I don't know where it is then. It's got to be somewhere in there. It's got to be somewhere in there. But you're joined up. You're gifted a membership. So you're in. You're in like Flynn right now. Like Flynn. Yeah, like Flynn. Quick take saying prepping for that league. Yeah, get prepped. I see that little devil face. Yeah. This is the thing. This is going to be very competitive. I have a feeling that we have somebody in this league that is not totally who they are. And I'll be very shocked to find out. There's somebody who played in the Raptors Digest fantasy league who's under the name the Grady Pick. And I'm not sure who this person is. In some ways, I want to know who these teams are because there's a couple of teams that are in our league that I do not have an identifier for. I can go through the league real quick and tell you guys who's in officially with the 20 teams. And I will tell you which ones I don't know who you are. And I need to know who you are kind of because then we can understand what's going on here, who exactly is in the league. So here we go. There's me. There's Tom Duke. There's Edmund, who's Race Mode Daily. There's Kareem. These are all teams that were last year. Omari, who's Duppy Conquerors. Gerald, who's Naco the Nachos. We got Meredith. We've got Bradley, who's Tada. We've got Fiercey, who's the Rockweilers. We've got Alistair, who's been a long time Raptor freak since the very beginning. He's in here. Cool Cat, Ahmet the Goat, Raymond Jacob, Peter Saborin, David Saborin, and Duke Rocks. Now, all the other teams, I'm not sure who y'all are. Seriously. And I'm going to name those teams real quick right now. I'm not sure who Eastside Swag is. Is that you, NBA Quick Takes? Please let me know if that is you. That may be you. I'm not totally sure. HC's Swell Team. I'm trying to figure out who HC is also. Why Not is Why Not, I'm pretty sure. And Why Not has been in the channel for a couple times. So Why Not is somebody. And then there's the Grady Pick, who's JP, and that is the person who I think may be affiliated with the Raptors Digest guys. So who knows if Ben is in this group or whoever is a Raptors Digest fan. We love Raptors Digest and Ben and those guys. So welcome to the Raptor Freak Fantasy League. Just if you are one of these teams, please let me know it's you. That's what I'll say. Is all I'll say. Why Not? I'm pretty sure is Why Not. But some of these teams I'm not sure about. HC, and I'm pretty sure Eastside is Quick Takes. Yeah, I wasn't sure which team is your team, Quick Takes. I'm pretty sure that's your team. Let's see what else y'all are saying. Let's see. Prepping for that league. Kareem saying, CC, don't worry. You're one of us now. MSJ saying, people should give you a few bucks here and there, in my opinion. They do. They do. Honestly, MSJ, I've gotten a paycheck from YouTube 2 months now in a row. The first one was big. This one, I got another one at the beginning of this month and it was just under $200. So I am getting paid a bit to do this channel at this point. And I do plan to turn around and invest it into things for this channel to make it even better. So yeah, it helps with support, obviously. But yeah, you guys, it's not mandatory. If you feel like you want to give me some money, that's fine. But it's never mandatory. It's not really what this channel is about. So David saying the Creative Content Award. That's right. Thank you, David. I appreciate it that you guys thought of me and gave me that. Yeah. Cool Cat saying awesome speech, Lex. I've been practicing it. I wrote it down. I didn't even get my paper out of my pocket though because I remembered it. Monique saying I'll be here for the fantasy league live stream. Good luck to all. There you go. In some ways, Mo could be like an official for our league. Like if we have any disputes, we have the commissioner, but maybe Mo's our referee. Like Monique could be our fantasy referee and tell us like, okay, is this the problem? Or maybe if we do a deal or something, she can tell us if the deal is fair or not, and she can have veto power, something like that. I don't know. We're gonna figure some way out to get you involved in the fantasy league somehow, Mo. Cream saying, "Am I still the dunk leader? If I'm not joining joining the layup line. I'm not sure. I could do an add them all up again. I could do an update on that. I'm pretty sure you're pretty good. Like you do have quite a few dunks, Kareem. So I'm not even gonna give you one for that. That was a layup. What you just did there, just like what you said. Dana's saying iPhone can't join by phone. Okay, that's what it is. David's saying, that's a dunk by Kareem. No, it's a layup. He said it. I got 5 on it is probably someone. That is Kareem. I got 5 on it is Kareem Thomas. That he played last year with us. So he's coming back. You are East Side. Okay. NBA Quick Takes is East Side. I just wanted to make sure and identify for sure. So East Side is definitely NBA Quick Takes. That's good. So I just need to figure out who HC is. And if whoever it is, just tell me. If that's you, Seymour, whoever that is, HC, let me know. And then what are the other 2 teams I need to figure out? Well, I know Why Not is Why Not. And the Grady Pick. The Grady Pick and HC are the only 2 teams I don't know who they are. So we'll just have to see if they come and tell me who they are, or we'll find out as we play or at the draft. We'll figure it out. Yeah, Cece, thank you for the super chat. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. I'm going to heart it. Congrats. Thank you. Quick Take saying probably will switch up the name. Hey, do it however you want. Yeah, I would encourage everybody to change your name up from the generic one and put in a picture. Get a cool picture. I got a picture of me and Scotty as my team photo because Scotty was on my team last year. Well, if he's on my team again this year, I'll keep that photo. But, we'll have to see. Quick Take saying most consistent Raptors channel. Get that money. It's not the intention of why I'm doing this, but if I get compensated for work I'm doing, I don't mind that at all. Cece saying thank you to David. Yeah, you're welcome, David. Thank you, David. Thank you, Cece. You're welcome, Cece. Cool Cat saying Mo has veto powers. Yeah, we'll figure out how we can empower Mo to be an official in our fantasy league. Cowboy saying, you see my team on there, Lex? Yeah, you're on there, Cowboy. It says Tada, and you are in there for sure. You had 2 teams. I cut one of your teams. Same with Meredith. So y'all just have 1 team each. Kareem's like, I've got 5 on it. That's right. We knew that. Fiercely saying, I gave you props on the latest NBA Chef drop. Someone trashed the Toronto-based content creators, RE Raptors, and I asked them to exclude you as their channel is fire. That's really nice of you, Fiercely. People can say whatever they want, and they may even be talking about that. I get it. I'm not a flavor for everybody. Some of those young people may think I'm really out of touch and crazy and weird. I don't care. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And the ones that figure it out, like Amit, that get some enjoyment from it, that's all that matters. There are young people that watch me that enjoy me, but I get it. In some ways, I'm out of touch, and I seem like I'm an old fogey. But you know what? Youngsters, you could learn something from me. This is what I'll say right there. There you go. I say right there. Fiercey, thanks for name dropping me. And let them know. Let them know. All right, Mo wants to talk about Dennis's latest video discussion. Yeah, I want to talk about this too. Dennis put out a 37-minute clip yesterday on his YouTube. Content is basically just him sitting in his media room going over the whole entire FIBA World Cup tournament, all 8 victories for Germany on their run to get the gold cup, the gold medal. And he kind of broke down each game and where he was thinking, but before each game and after each game, he went over his failures in the Latvia game. He went over how he was getting ready for USA and how he never really thought that they had a chance to beat the US. In fact, when he saw that they were going to have to play the U.S. in the earlier round and not the gold medal game, he was worried because he thought that they were going to be done when they had to play U.S. Well, they went beyond his expectations. And it's very interesting to hear Dennis kind of describe the whole steps of each part of the FIBA World Cup, the beginning of it, how they were feeling, how the team did different things during the whole process to get to that championship level. It really was an elastic kind of thing. Franz Wagner Getting hurt early in the FIBA World Cup really hurt Germany, but they circled the wagons, and the guys that were on the bench stepped up and played even better. Also, Dennis really gives a lot of the credit to their win at FIBA World Cup to preparation. That in some ways, the guys that are on his team that aren't even playing a whole lot, they all took this really seriously. And everybody came into this FIBA World Cup with the right attitude and the right kind of preparation, training wise, and at the toppest level. And Dennis can't say enough about how proud he is about his team being absolutely prepared to the fullest. Well, they get the result that they get. He really didn't think that they could beat US. He said it on that stream a couple times that he released yesterday. He didn't think they could beat US. Well, they did, and then they won it all. And in some ways, he is really walking on cloud nine. We did a stream the other day talking about, did Dennis Schroeder have the best birthday ever in his life? And he kind of said he did in his clip that he dropped yesterday. It's a really straightforward clip. It's kind of boring, honestly, because it doesn't switch. It's just him sitting in his media room talking for like 40 minutes. But it's worth watching. It's in German, of course, so you need the subtitles. But it's fantastic. It's a really interesting view of seeing how Dennis thinks and what he cares about with the team and winning, to hear him describe what happened at FIBA World Cup. So highly recommend his latest drop on his channel. There's something else he said on it that was very interesting. He said that since I started doing the YouTube channels, public relations with the fans has gotten so much better. He said people had this weird idea about who I was and I'm being a problem person. They see my fiery intensity on the court. They see this guy could be a jackass. He could be a problem on a team, an attitude problem. Well, he said that since he's had YouTube content coming out, people actually understand him and know the real him now. And he's finding that the general public and people actually really like him, and that he's finding that he's having less friction in his life by being more truly himself on YouTube and putting it out there for people to see. And I love that about him. In some ways, he had a weird like baggage around him that wasn't totally fair to him. And he's cleared the air by making content. And we love you, Dennis. And I'm so excited to see you get here in Toronto. I'm so excited. But yeah, great clip. Highly recommend it. 37 minutes long of just him talking. You'll get a little bored. But if you pay attention, you listen to him, you will hear the kind of leader he is, the kind of person he is on a team. And you will understand why he's a really, really good addition to the Raptors. You really will. Yeah, so awesome. So awesome. Monique, thank you for bringing that up. I wanted to make sure I talked about it, and you once again have given me the cue, and I didn't miss it. I appreciate you for it. Tom Duke saying, "Go team Tyrannosauruses." That's right. Tom has his team Tyrannosauruses. Cool Cat saying, "You see my team, Lex? Yeah, you're there, Cool Cat. I see you. You're Cool Cat Toronto Cruisers. You are definitely in there also." Yeah, most of the teams from last year did come back, which is great. I love it. David Saborn saying, "Tom Dukey. Yeah, you got to pronounce it right. Ducarelli, Duque, Tom Duque, Tom Duque." That's a weird one. Quick Take Sam, Mo not in. Mo tried to get in. In some ways, we're realizing that fantasy is just not easy for her to access for some reason. This has been 2 years in a row. We've had a really hard time getting Mo on the Yahoo system. So unfortunately, no, Mo will not be competing this year. She'll be official, just like Trevor J. Trevor J's not playing either. Cowboys saying, "Keep doing you, Lex." Bam. You too, Bradley. You're doing good things too in your life. Yeah. Not this time. Mo's saying not this time. But we'll try and figure out, and maybe we'll try it again. But also, in some ways, Mo and I have had discussions that maybe just fantasy sports isn't that much interesting to her as far as just getting into it and doing all the stuff. So we'll see. It's not everybody's into it or interested in it, even though they're huge basketball fans. But we'll see. We'll see within time. I'll keep trying to help Mo get in there. But this year she's just gonna pass this year. Cowboys saying, "What's your team, David? Seymour, you in the fantasy league?" David is David's team. It says David's Dark Horses. So that is David. And then Sabora and Stars is actually his brother, Peter. So they're both in the league, and we'll get that good brotherly bam, bam, bam. And Bradley, you're in the division with them too. So you're going to have to play them Saborans, a few, and me and Raymond Jacob. So the five of us are in the same division. MSJ saying the FIBA coverage was fantastic on this channel as well. Glad this is paying off. After this season, going to make much more, I'm sure. Cheers, Lex. Amazing you started from one person watching. I didn't have anybody watching in the beginning. I had 4 subscribers when I first did my first Raptor free content. I had 4. 4 subscribers. Oh my gosh. And I'm telling y'all, G, Tom, and Sue were like one of the first 5 after that. The first 10 subscribers that came in here, it's like Sue, G, Tom Duke. Those were people that were there right away. Holy crap. They were ready to get some new Raptors content. I could tell. I could tell they were. And I was so happy to have them coming in here. Let's see. Cool Cat saying Maxi Kleber has cake on his face. Yeah, I was thinking about Maxi too. I remember when Dennis spoke up on him not joining the team. This is part of the thing. Like in hindsight, this totally makes sense. I was thinking about this yesterday when I was listening to Dennis Kleber and what happened right before this. And Dennis was like, "You're fucking around with us, bro. Every single one of us, Obst, Thyman, the Wagners, Daniel, Isaac, we're all committed and we're showing a certain level of commitment and training to come in. And you're being flaky, bro." That's what Dennis was trying to say to Maxi before this whole thing started. And Maxi was kind of being a little, well, motherfucker, you're not on the German gold medal team. And that's what happens at the end of it. You're flaky. You don't do what, Captain Schroeder's telling you. Boom. You're not on the team and you don't get the glory. So that's just what happens, bro. Sorry, man. You were too casual and you casually don't get it. That's what happens. Bam. Randolph is here. Blessings, beloved Raptor Freaks. Most informative gang. Good morning, y'all. Lex and Raptor Freaks. Happy 2nd anniversary. What a great ride. 2 Raptors channel to date. You helped me grow in knowledge. There you go, Randolph. And your blessings, honestly, they're a touchstone for me every day to realize, to be having gratitude and to feel and embrace the blessings of life. You really, really have encouraged that. You and Trevor, with your words of wisdom and your blessings, are a huge part of this channel and anchoring us in good feelings and good vibes and good positive stuff. And I appreciate you that for it. Quick Take saying, how much was Schroeder asking from LA again? 80 million. Do you think he was worth it all along? No, I think that was out of pocket at that time, but I don't know if that was his fault. He may have had people around him, like his managers, kind of giving him bad advice and stupid stuff. I don't know. That whole scenario, I don't care about. That was Lakers business. And in some ways, people make fun of Dennis for that. But look at the redemption arc that this man has come around and boomerang from that too. That, he's getting paid this year. That's for sure. And, he's a champion. He's a world champion. And what's not to like in his life right now? Yeah, that's a black eye. And he got looked bad and he got a lot of crap for it. And people still bring it up as something to diss him for. But you know what? People have embarrassing things happen to them in their life. It's how they pick themselves up and move forward that says more about them. Yeah, Cool Cat saying, I didn't really like Fantasy League the first time. In Lex League, I quit. Then I tried again for WNBA and it was fun. Hopefully second time on Yahoo, I can find my way. Well, in some ways, the league this year will be more interactive because the rotisserie is really like a rotisserie chicken. You leave it on the spit, rotating all season long. You don't even have to go check on it, possibly. Some people that didn't get into it didn't check their team all year. Well, the people that did get into it and checked it a lot won. Duke rocks. And that's the whole thing. If you're not having reasons to look at it all the time, it's hard to have the discipline to do it. And you can get behind real easy. So if you're just making it part of your day, like I'm doing my fantasy basketball team right now, then you'll keep up with it. But this season's going to be different because we're doing the head-to-head format from the WNBA. So each week we're going to get an opponent from the 20 people in the league, and you'll get to have a head-to-head matchup. And in some ways that'll encourage either bragging rights or competitiveness because you have an opponent that you've got to try and beat that week, and you're not trying to beat everybody all at once. I've never done a league like this before in basketball. I've always done rotisserie. So this is going to be very interesting. The WNBA one was an experiment for me in some ways to do this. Some ways this league will be more like fantasy football this season because of the week-to-week matchups. And then also the scoring system is very much like fantasy football in some ways. Y'all are going to be watching the basketball games and you're going to be wanting them to make shots and do certain things because you're going to want to get certain things. There's other things like if your player gets a double-double, they get 4 extra bonus points on top. If they get a triple-double, they get 6 extra bonus points on top. Now, the shooting is every field goal attempt, they get minus half a point. So if they take a shot and they miss it, they lose a half point. But if they make it, they get a point and a half. Or 2.5, because I want to make the points equal to what they score. So if you get a 3-pointer, you get an extra point on top of that. It's the same thing with free throws. If your team misses free throws or shots a lot, you're going to lose points, because every time they miss a shot and they don't make it, you actually get some of your score go down. So, and if there's turnovers, you get a minus, but you get points for rebounds, steals, and blocks also. So it's an interesting scoring system that is kind of reminiscent of fantasy football scoring. So I'm really excited about this format and seeing how it works for basketball. I've never ever done a league like this, so this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, Cool Cat, you may find it easier to follow the whole season long because it's more like the WNBA league that we just did. Cowboy saying, who was the first to find your channel? I don't know how I stumbled on your channel, but glad I did. And anyone I see with Raptors gear, I say, check out the Raptors Freak. Let's go. Thank you, Bradley. For word of mouth is a great way to get more people here. I'm pretty sure one of the very first people was Sue and G and Tom. I know those three were with me right at the beginning, and they had not left. They stayed here. Raymond Jacobs, another very early one that was here right from the beginning too. David's saying, I was hungover one Saturday morning in the off season. I tuned onto YouTube, and there was this maniac. I was like, this guy is fucking awesome. That's awesome. I love that story about how he discovered me. That's awesome. Most saying, how can people hate Dennis? His story is tough, but still, come on. It's not that they hated him. I think that they see his fieriness, and like he's a little aggressive, and he wants a certain standard of trying, and like, that's good. We want this. This is the kind of guy we could have used last year in some ways, because he might have been a kick in the ass other than other people that weren't doing it that might have gotten us back on track sooner. In some ways, that's something I really like about Dennis, is he's not going to stand for us just wallowing and being shitty. He's going to be like, we need to do something, y'all. And he'll speak up. So that's something I really appreciate by him. But yeah, some people hated him. Lakers Nation made fun of him for that guffaw. I get it. But, and some people just don't like him because he's fiery and he's like a tough person to play against. He has some of that same animosity that Patrick Beverly gets. Let's just put it that way. He's annoying. Let's just put it that way. Kareem saying, I got Dylan Brooks' infamous perm and shades as my picture. I'll keep it during the fantasy. Yeah, maybe you need to draft old Dylan the villain, or Guy Dylan. Yeah, maybe you have to draft him. David's saying, I still got to get you that prize for the trivia, Lex. Are we going to do a preseason game? Yes. October 15th, that Sunday, first preseason game against the Australian team from Cairns, Taipans. We are going to go to that game as a group. So y'all come down and meet me at the Star columns in front of the Scotiabank Arena in Jurassic Park. We'll come down there. Don't get any tickets. We'll go to the ticket booth ourselves, and we'll buy them all together, sitting together in the building that day of. I know there will be tickets available in that ticket booth. They're not going to sell out that thing. They may have sold it out already online, but that's bullshit. What happens is those resellers buy those tickets, and they're going to find nobody's going to try and buy them. So in some ways, they go back in the pool, and then at the ticket booth office, the people who have season tickets that don't want to go, they will resell their tickets through the ticket booth office, officially through Raptors, with no resale markup. So that's what I'm saying. Forget about trying to do resale prices online right now with those tickets. Those motherfucking leeches went in there and snatched them all up. They're trying to turn around and make you buy them for way more of the price. So if we go down there and we hang out, if we can't get them at the ticket office, I'll get them from fucking Marco. Because Marco will be out there and he will for sure get us tickets in there. So one way or another, we're going to get in there. And I know with David, you have concerns. You'd like to be down on the bottom floor because of vision things. We can try and do that too. I think because it's an Australian team, I'm telling you, the demand is not going to be very high. Second, this is the first game. Nobody's going to be understanding they're coming up. They may get caught sleeping. And then all of a sudden they'll see in the papers like, oh, the Raptors played yesterday. Wait, they're back? There's going to be a lot of that. The real ones like us, no. And we'll be ready and we'll show up right there and be ready. Casuals are going to be like, well, they're not very good this year. I heard, honey. So I don't know if I'll be going to many Raptor games this year. You know, there's going to be a lot of that this year because they think that they're not going to be good because of Nick and Fred leaving. So yeah, that's kind of where I look at it. Cool Cat saying, I did a search on Raptors and saw Raptors Freak and I clicked on it to see what it's about. Hooked since. My family and friends think I've lost it. Found my people. Anniversary celebration. That is awesome, Cool Cat. I love that story so much. You know, listen, it's crazy what passion can unite people. You know, I don't know all of you guys in person. I don't see everybody, but in some ways, that common thread of the love for this team and what we want for this team is enough to bond us so well. And I'm so glad you found your tribe and you found your people. Yeah, and listen, some people think I'm crazy too. I mean, my neighbors will hear me talking like this from the other rooms. They're like, "Whoa, what's going on down there?" My neighbor upstairs knows that I do this every 9:30, and he's actually very nice about being quiet around it and very considerate. I appreciate that by you, Ola. Ola's awesome, and his family upstairs, they're so good. Cool Cat, same here. Cowboy saying the same thing. Bam, that's what I'm saying. This is a legitimate, real, passion shared. So you know we're real ones that'll stick through the long time. Wayne Stranger saying, what's wrong with asking for more than you're worth? Isn't that betting on yourself? Selling your home, you ask for the lowest price. If you do, you're expecting competition to drive the price up. You know, Wayne, in some ways, I'm anti-capitalist. This is a really big thing with me. It's not that I'm a communist. I am for socialism. I do believe that we should have basic income and that people shouldn't be forced to go out and compete against each other to just try and survive in their life. At this point in his society and civilization, we could all live and be okay. That if we really were a smart organism and species, that we'd take care of the sick, the poor, and the needy at the very bottom first, instead of enriching the very top like crazy. So and this is part of why I got to walk the walk. If I'm going to be this kind of way with my personal beliefs, I cannot value money like other people. And I really don't. I really don't. I have money. I'm okay. But in some ways, money does not run my life. And that's why, in some ways, this channel does not need to be my income stream to be okay. I'll be fine either way. But also at the same time, it's nice to get compensated for it. It's not that I'm not valuing myself for this. It's also I denounce and reject the idea that anything should have a price on it. How about that? And in some ways, that's the biggest lie about society is that they tell us we got to go do this stuff. Well, if we had organized society the right way in some ways, we take care of everybody, and then on top of that, we do things and we'd be okay. That's why UBI, when it comes with AI and automation and things like that, it'll be good for society because there'll be more people to be able to do things like what I'm doing right now and be more creative. There'll be more of a renaissance time. And that's really what's important. Some people don't see value in me doing this, but y'all do. But most of the world will not. And they won't support me and say, oh, you shouldn't do that. So I'm saying, well, that if society's telling me that it's not feasible economically to do that, I shouldn't do that. Fuck them. That's how I look at it. So it's a weird situation, Wayne. My brain does not work like the normal person in some ways when it comes to money. I don't value it. I know it's a necessary evil in the system that we work in right now, but I really pine for the day that everybody gets a roof and food for themselves without that system being involved, so that there's nobody starving, there's no one living in a tent in a park. We need at least UBI. That's really what I believe in. I believe in UBI, universal basic income, so that all people's basic needs are met. But see, this is the thing. The big people at the top that want to capitalize off us and our backs for work, they need to keep that carrot in front of us. We have all our needs met, then we're not motivated to do stuff is what they think. So they actually intentionally want us to have inflation, to starve, to have problems, because it motivates us to work harder for them. It's the most gross, insidious kind of relationship in some ways. In some ways, we could take care of everyone. If we were a benevolent society, we would. I'm not saying people can't make more and have more than other people. I'm saying that if we could take care of everybody, the basics, then if you want to go out and make a bunch of money and have 5 boats, sure. But I'm just saying we have enough for everyone that we can make the floor of society fine for everybody. It's just the greedy motherfuckers at the top hoarding all the money. And if we actually tax them at the right rate and gave it into public services everybody be fine. So that's what I'm for. I'm about going and get that chunk of money from them, those billionaires, and fucking spreading it around to everybody in UBI. And we could do it. We if we tax people the correct rate that they're supposed to get taxed, like the Westons and other really, really rich people in this country, everybody would be taken care of. There would be nobody living in tents, and everybody would have food on their table. And the Westons, in some ways, are the problem. They're gouging us with something that we need to live, and that's food. And that's a problem. When society gets to a point where all of our needs for life are met and taken care of, then the capitalists won't have the whip to keep us going and driving us the way they have. And that's why they keep the system the way they are, because they're worried about not getting productivity and motivation from people. That's why they're whining about everybody. Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to go to work anymore. No, nobody wants to be exploited anymore. When costs in the world go up and wages don't, what the fuck? You don't expect us to just throw our hands up and say, well, why the fuck are we even trying anymore? So that's what I'm saying. At some point, you just got to be like, you know what? Let's do what's right for society, because it's decaying with so many people falling off the edge economically right now. So I'm sorry. That's where I'm at with that, Wayne. And I know everybody's not going to totally agree with me on my take, but this is really how I look at it. I know my worth has nothing to do with the dollar sign. My worth has to do with who I am. And that's the thing that they fool everybody to thinking. Is it, oh, is your worth how many followers you have? Is your worth what your income is? No. And every single person that comes up to me on the street and says, oh, well, what do you do for a job? Or how much money do you make? And they judge me from that. I have no time for them, because they don't have their priorities straight, actually. David's saying, love everyone here. The best YouTube by far. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Cowboy's saying, I'll be here last. David, you're going down in the fantasy. Bam. Lots of laughing here. I like it. Cowboy's saying, tell your bro I said, what's up? Yeah. Cool Cat saying, Dennis and Pascal are going to get along. The work ethic of both will be great for the other players. Yeah, it's going to be good leadership. I'm excited about Dennis interacting with the Raptors and seeing how they bond and seeing like the cool connection on the court that's going to happen in play. Kareem saying at Cool Cat, I did the exact same thing. Now I find myself going over my data streaming this channel, and every single cent is worth it. And fuck Tellus, I know I'm approaching my monthly limit. I know Kareem's watched me at work at times. I know Cool Cat has watched me at work at times also. And maybe the coworkers hear me ranting or raving or saying crazy things in the other room. Hey, you know, it is what it is. I'm above being embarrassed. I'm a 48-year-old man. G saying, congrats on your anniversary, and have seen people comment that they love hearing you. Let's go before games. All right, awesome. That's right. Well, listen, we're going to get loud this year. I want to really bring that energy right for Darko's first season as a coach. And we want to cheer our team on to lots of W's this year. That's right. David saying, anyone have seats yet? Nope. No, I don't have any seats yet. We'll figure it out. David saying, this ticketing agency sounds like organized crime, to be honest. You know, MLSC's tried really hard to get around this kind of thing by like making it limited, how many they can buy. Well, they just increase how many individual bots they have, and they all just jump in and they steal all the tickets almost immediately as soon as they go on to the public. There's no way that the demand for these preseason games, both of them not very illustrious, an Australian League team, not even an NBA team, and the Washington Wizards, hello, are sold out that quickly. I'm sorry, there's not that much enthusiasm about the Raptors. It's totally the bot farm resellers doing that shit. It totally is. Cowboy saying, I'm tired of this trade talk with Lillard. No, they're talking about a Grady package. Hang on. Where is it? We got to keep Grady. Let's go. Yeah, Bradley's not into the trade talk like Mo. Mo's saying, I followed your YouTube channel through Facebook 7.5 years ago. Yeah, Mo and I have been in contact and known each other for a long time, like almost 10 years now. We were before I even started the channel, I was talking to Mo a lot. Like, she's been a friend of mine for a while. And I've always enjoyed, like, most of it was through Facebook before. She'd post stuff and I'd like it and comment, and we'd share like talking about Raptor stuff all the time. But now it's increased even more. Like, I love how much Mo and I have gotten closer through this channel. It's been awesome. And other people, everybody coming together and being closer as Raptor fans is awesome. It's so awesome. But yeah, Mo's probably the person that I've known the longest out of everybody around this channel, even including Gerald. Gerald, I know in person, but I think I've known Mo longer than I've known Naco the Nacho. So yeah. Cowboy saying alley oop to Mo. Let's grow. All right. Bradley wants to throw alley oops today. Let's see. We'll give Mo an alley oop from Bradley. No, no, no. All right, let's see. Mo saying I'll just wait until the regular season. I won't be there for preseason. Yeah, I just like to go at the beginning because I'm excited. MSJ saying I was on this moody Serbian man stream, and I think Sir Shirkan told me about this one. Or TJ, thank you, whoever it was. The social justice element is good too. I am anti-ideology though. Yeah, I mean, listen, I whatever you guys want to do, and my political beliefs are purely mine. But if you line up with them, that's great. But in some ways, I don't want this to divide us. I don't want just because I'm very left and I'm very, very like radical in some ways doesn't mean I know that turns people off. And in some ways, that's part of me being honest and being myself. And I know people have left my channel because of my politics, and I don't care. I just have to be absolutely purely me. And that's part of what makes this channel good and what it is too, also. But yeah, that's awesome. So he found his way from Pensera's channel. The Shir Khan told him about it, and that's how MSJ showed up. Well, I'm glad you turned to the light side from the dark side. Cowboy saying it's funny how we're the only species to pay to live on Earth. I love that statement by Cowboy, and he's exactly right. In some ways, it's ridiculous. It's like somebody who felt like screwing over everybody else made up a system to feed off of them like a parasite. Like they're a fucking leech or a tick, feeding the blood off of people. That is basically what a lot of this shit is that they're doing. David's saying, yeah, but we're also the only ones who fuck it up. Called tax, baby. Listen, I think that in some ways, I'd much rather be taxed heavier here in Canada and see the rewards of it than what's happening in the States. They get taxed too, but you don't see any rewards with your tax money down there. Here, you see stuff getting used and built. Half the tax money in the States goes to the military, and it all goes to war and bombs and misery. So, in some ways, I'm much happier paying higher taxes in Canada because I get actual public services like parks and roads and good things for the people out of it. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Cool Cat saying, sharing, I signed up for Raptors Insider on Raptors website. I now get pre-sale access to tickets to avoid scalpers. I got preseason games for $37 half pack. Preseason pre-sale is today at 2 p.m. That's right. They're selling like 20 game packs today at 2. If you can get in there for a pre-sale ahead of them, but see, they're in there with that too. It's not like we're in there by ourselves. The bots get in there also, and they just ruin things. I don't know if they actually buy the 20 packs, though. So that may be a good way to go. If you want to go to quite a few games this year, get a 20 pack today at 2 o'clock. Fiercely saying, I also did a search on YouTube and found you amongst many other content creators. It was not a problem to unsubscribe from a few who were into sensationalism or quick clickbaiting. Bye-bye. Listen, I'm not trying to do that kind of stuff, but I have done it at times. I've experimented with clickbait and trying to be over sensationalizing. In some ways, it backfired. In some ways, it's like, okay, we can do this sometimes, but it really isn't my bread and butter. I may make a provocative headline for one of my clips, but it's really because it maybe that subject needs to be talked about, and it's really kind of the right headline for it. But yeah, I'll do that sometimes, but I get it. And sometimes that's all a channel is. There's nothing else to it. There's no meat to it. It's just all fucking fluff and sensationalism, like you're saying. Wayne's saying, agreed. Just don't see anything wrong with Dennis asking for the bag. Looking at how people were exploited, it's nice to see people like Fred, Dennis, LeBron, Masai be paid. The funds are there. Okay, so Wayne was talking more about Dennis than me. I apologize for being an egotist and thinking that he's talking about me in this channel. He's talking about getting more money with Dennis. Okay, I appreciate that, Wayne. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it either. He saw his worth, but it wasn't in reality with what was going on in his situation, and he kind of made a fool of himself in some people's eyes. In some ways, I don't see what happened with him that big of a problem. He has a high self-worth, and that's good. That's good and healthy. Yeah. MSJ saying also go to Becco Foods. The hot sauce was great on the eggs I cooked on the iron skillet this morning. He's bringing up the skillet again. And everyone in the banks, it's the banks and their owners that rule politics. Politics is a game for them. Yeah. I don't want to get too much in the politics today. But yeah, there's been interesting things going on with politics right now in Ontario. And having the legislature open yesterday and hearing the floor with the Greenbelt scandal, very interesting things going on with Doug Ford right now. MSJ saying the Westons actually fixed the price of bread. Think on that. Evil. That's what I'm saying. That's why they need to figure this out. This is part of the reason why I'm moving out the country. I'm gonna start growing my own food. I'm gonna get away from dealing with the grocery prices because in some ways they're not gonna get better. Banks are saying deflation is not good. They want the prices to stay high. Some people in public want the prices to go back down for groceries, and they hope that they will. Well, I don't think they will, y'all. These greedy ass motherfuckers, you think they're really going to lower prices when they got things settled at this point? In some ways, I wish it was like gas, where it could fluctuate and go up and down a little bit. But it's not going to be like that. The grocers are so fucking greedy right now. And they are getting called out. And the NDP is leading the charge. And that's why I'm NDP. But yeah, they're evil. They're very evil what they're doing with food. And if they really understood what they were doing, I don't know how they could live with themselves. Seriously. Little children are going hungry because their prices. And the other thing that the groceries are doing that's fucked up is a lot of the products that are becoming, they have weights on the corner. Go weigh your shit now. Seriously, go weigh what you buy. If you buy something and it has a weight on there, it says 600 grams, go put it on a scale and see if it actually has that on there. Because that's another way they're ripping us off and cutting corners. They're not actually giving us the proper weights to what we're getting at the grocery store at this point. If you notice, that celery seems a little lighter. Yeah, you go check this. Seriously, check your shit. Because in some ways, we may have lawsuits that are going out all over the place. And if we just collectively say, well, why is this shit not weighing the same as it says on the box? Because that shit is happening right now. They're not only trying to raise the prices and get us that way, they're making the quality and the amount of the product less so that they can cut corners and help profits also that way. Yeah, it's messed up. It is messed up. David's saying, yeah, I straight up steal my hamburger buns. Don't give a fuck. I don't endorse crime, but in some ways also, you aren't the criminal. The criminal is at the top and the person that owns the store. In some ways, the person that's coming in there and doing what you did, I don't look at them as criminals. They're just trying to survive. The criminals are at the very, very fucking top. Cowboy's saying there are so many clickbait ninjas through True Fiercey. I don't even bother anymore. Just the freak and the freak family. That's all I need. Let's go. Well, if you want to stay up to date on Raptor stuff, this is a pretty comprehensive place. You'll get that and a lot more. That's for sure. Cowboy saying alley oop to David. We should shop together. 5-figure discount, baby. Y'all, I don't want to turn into a roving gang of criminals. So let's not put this on blast too much that we're all about this. But yeah, David, you're going to get a dunk because it's been called out by Bradley here. Yeah, Lex, Cool Cat saying, Lex, I watch you every day at work. I have no choice. 9 to 5. 9 to 5. I get it. Listen, I appreciate that. In some ways, hopefully you have headphones sometimes. Maybe some people are hearing my tirade about politics this morning near you, and they're like, whoa, that guy, what is he saying? It's all good. It's all good. Monique's got us on blast. She's got OG, Dennis, and Pascal. Thanks, David, for the gift membership. I felt terrible that I messaged Lex about it. Laugh out loud. Now I know how it works. It's all good, Mo. Listen, I understand. You and your family, you may have, you got economics and your budget a certain way, and this is just not in it. I don't want you to spend money on me. Seriously, you contribute to this channel so heavily. In some ways, you're paid for, and people will gift you memberships constantly. Trust me. Watch, you will get a membership all the time, and you probably should never have to pay for it. Seriously, because in a lot of ways, I look at you as a collaborator. You all are collaborators, but especially Monique. Wayne's saying, preach, Lex. Preach. I agree. Groceries are low-hanging fruit. The main culprits are the fossil fuel industry. Notice no one calls them out for gouging us drivers and making super, super profits. This is why we need to get more autonomous, get more independent. Get more independent with energy, get more independent with food, get more independent with transportation. I'm a big advocate for walking or riding a bike. I'm a big advocate for electric cars, at least hybrid cars that run a little bit on gas and a little bit on electricity. This is all stuff that will help with this. In some ways, certain areas of the world have had too much power and too much riches because of oil. And in some ways, we need to cut that fucking shit off. I'm so sick of this. In some ways, the war against Ukraine was funded by gas and oil sales. And in some ways, that this is all big, huge scam. And Wayne is exactly right. The oil companies are just as bad as the grocery companies, and in some ways on a whole other level. Absolutely, Wayne. Absolutely. And the gouging is in all kinds of different weird ways. We are the ones who get squeezed and pay for it. None of these big companies. In some ways, they say, oh, no socialism for the people, no free stuff for y'all. But damn, there's so much free stuff for those big corporations in the top. Oh no, Exxon had a falling out or problem. Here's some benefit money from the government. Here's a grant for just because. Why the fuck are we giving them money? We should be giving our money to us and not to these big corporations to help them out in financial situations. These motherfuckers aren't hurt. They take that money, that grant money, and they buy it back in stocks and they make profits for their shareholders. So it's like they're all greedy and dirty. And that's why I reject that shit and get more autonomous. Let's live the life that our grandparents lived, our great grandparents lived, our great great grandparents lived. We got to go back to a little bit more doing for ourselves and cut out these greedy leeches that are on our backs feeding off of us. So any way you can cut your costs as far as gas, groceries, by growing your own food, by walking or riding a bike, by taking the transit, that is smart. And that's how we hurt them. The more of us that cut them out and say, fucking Galen Weston, Loblaws, all their stupid ass chains. I'm going to the local grocer. I don't care if it's a little bit more money. I'm going to help this small business guy and I'm going to buy his goods and I'm going to help support his grocery store instead. That's what I'm saying. We can make a fight and all of us do it on little bits. It makes a big difference. So reject corporatism and the big, huge monoliths of companies that are sucking us dry as huge fucking pieces of shit with all the stuff that we're talking about right now. Yeah. Cool Cat saying, wait, he should remain nameless is still around. I thought he vanished. I've not heard anything from him. Laugh out loud. He hasn't become up here. I think that really is like in some ways he lost his teeth when Fred left. So I'm fine with that. His relevancy going down is great. Hopefully we don't hear about him a whole lot this summer. That'd be great. I did see him in the live stream that Scotty did at the Brooklyn Bridge when he's playing pickup basketball. He came in there and wrote one comment to Scotty about his handles looking so great. He basically kissed Scotty's ass for a second and then he left. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I was like, oh, this asshole's in here with me. It's like, oh, there's Pensair talking to Scotty Barnes on the live stream, saying something about his handles. Yeah, whatever. Kiss his ass some more. Let's see. I love Scotty. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to be like kissing his ass like Pensair does. No, I'm not. Let's see. Cool Cat's saying, I pay high taxes, but I don't mind because I don't have a problem helping others less fortunate. It makes life safer for everyone in the long run when basic needs are met. Yes, that's exactly the right philosophy. We want to take care of everyone. In some ways, even though I have money, I live a lifestyle where it's like, if it's not everybody, I don't want to go with up there. I don't want to go up unless I'm bringing everybody up with me. That's really a philosophy I have in some ways. And that's part of the reason why I am who I am and the level of success that I've got in my life. Some people say you're not a successful person in your life. And I'm going to say bullshit because I'm successful in the things that actually matter. They may not be money related. But you know what? I'd rather live my life in the way I've done it than be some fucker who just screwed everybody over just to get up a corporate ladder and fucking screwed each other. I'm smart enough to do that shit. I could have gone those kind of routes earlier in my life, but I chose not to because I fucking have a conscience and a heart and an attitude like what Cool Cat's saying right there. That's right. If not everybody's coming up, I'm not coming up either. We all come up together and I'll come with you. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, Cowboys saying I'm the assist champion. You are the assist leader, that's for sure. That should have been a question on the trivia today. David saying in the anchor that holds the leader ladder from the bottom, very strong. There you go. David saying Pete says, "What's up, Cowboy?" Bam, Peter Saborin. Always good to see the silent Saborin brother get mentioned here. Guardian saying Galen Weston has told you all to make a paste out of your Joe boxers and eat it. I know. I want to, if I saw him on the street, I would tell him something to his face. Oh, I would cuss him good. I would give him a real nice diatribe. Yeah, I would. I really would. I'd let him know. I might even get through to him. I may give him some real basic life logic and say to him, like, how can you sleep at night knowing that there's a baby starving in Ontario because of you? How can you sleep at night when you know there's an elderly person in BC that's a shut-in that doesn't have as much money because you raise prices on their food? How can you sleep at night, Galen Weston? And you think you're some sort of hero of Canada, some sort of enterprising leader? Fuck that. You're a leech. You're one of the biggest fucking leeches to this country of Canada, Galen Weston. That's right. Tom Dick saying, I'm totally going to check the weight of something, not grocery shop, next grocery shop. Yeah, seriously, check all your shit at this point. This is one of the dirty handed, underhanded ways they're doing shit right now. They're selling us stuff with the package saying there's a weight to it, and they're not giving you the weight. Trust me, you may be shocked how much stuff is actually like that. That ain't right, is it? No, it's not, Tom. Cowboy's saying, let's grow. I've seen one pack of 4 peppers for $5. I got hundreds. I'm rich. That's what I'm saying. Bradley's making his own peppers. He's growing his own peppers. This is a skill they need to be teaching kids in school. Why aren't we teaching kids real life school skills, like how to balance their checkbook, how to do this, how to grow food? If there was any sense in this world, the education system would have a whole part where they teach kids how to grow food. Well, you know why they don't? Because Galen Weston don't want people learning how to grow food, because then he's not making as much money. So in some ways, that's part of it right there. It's like if they taught kids how to grow food in school, that would take part of their cut out of the way. So it could very well be the grocery lobby says don't teach agriculture and growing food in classes to young kids, because we want them fully dependent on us, and they have to spend the money and pay our prices for the rest of their life. It'd be really smart. If you have young children, teach them how to grow food right now. I'm telling you, the future is only going to get worse. In some ways, the climate problems are going to make it harder to grow stuff. Prices will go up. So make your own shit. Grow your own stuff. Start now, because I'm telling you, I can see the future. And this may be one of the most important things that humans start doing for themselves again. It's almost like, yeah, we had this golden era where we didn't have to make or grow any of our food ourselves because it was all set up and we had it so nice, a gilded age. Well, we're going to get back to that fucking point where everybody's going to have to grow their own food again, just like their great grandfather did. So you might as well start learning now, because, and especially if you have children, you need to teach them how to grow food. I'm sorry. Do not let them grow up and not know how, because they will be at a disadvantage and they need to know this skill. I'm telling you right now, I'm starting to learn it in my 40s because I know how this is important. Bill Gates buying up so much good land across the United States that is used to produce food is a signal that this is coming up. It's a signal that the food production is going to be more and more important. So if you can individually take care of a portion of that for yourself, you will have power for yourself. Trust me. Yeah, homesteading is not a dumb idea. Raymond Jacob is right. I may not have as many guns as Raymond Jacob has, but I will be doing a lot of the same things he's doing as far as growing my own food. Yeah, there you go. Bam, 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 bam. David's saying, nah, mate, your peppers are so much better than the ones in the garden or in the store. That's what I'm saying. You grow it yourself. You know where it comes from. You will taste it, and you will taste the feeling of accomplishment because you know you had something to do with growing it. So in some ways, that's way better. There's so much good about growing it from yourself. You avoid pesticides. You avoid all kinds of bullshit that they're doing to it. You don't know what fucking Westons are doing with their peppers. You have no idea. We know what Bradley's doing. We know what Bradley's doing, though. We can ask him. He'll tell us. I believe him over Galen Weston. That's right. Cowboys saying respect. Bam. And I'll try to drop some off. I'm close by one day, hopefully. There you go. Peppers, peppers, peppers. See, Bradley gave peppers to David already. Cool Cat saying, I work from home since COVID, only physical in the office once a week. We're now a hoteling work company, no office, desk, chair, just a laptop to plug in and big monitors once a week at the office. That's awesome, Cool Cat. I'm really commend your employer for allowing this arrangement. So many other stupid companies are making people come back just to justify rents and having buildings and all that kind of stuff. I really think that it's stupid. You know, we saw something happen when the COVID pandemic happened, where the pollution went down. All kinds of things went down. We learned a lot of things. And it scared some of the government people. It scared some of the big company people, because in some ways they saw how things changed. They want us to get in the cars and drive, the oil companies, obviously. But it's so much smarter to be able to telecommunicate. Because first of all, you're wasting time in a car going to and from work. You're wasting fossil fuels that are burning every single morning. It drives me nuts to think about all the cars on the 401 and the DVP every single day at rush hour, both times of the day. It drives me absolutely nuts. Money, paying that time to sit in the car. Why wouldn't it make sense? We have the technology to sit at home and do your job from home and be able to do it there, to not do that. If the company is really smart, they get rid of the headquarters and get that overhead out of their budget, and they can just do it a lot cheaper when people are at home. It's Brian Windhurst. This. Hello, people. Cool Cats Company is smart. Let's just put it that way. David's going, bam. Yeah, there you go. We're going on a different tangent. This is a very different stream today. MSJ saying war is the health of the state. Ooh, man, that's a crazy quote. In some ways, that's the American idea. They just want more wars to justify their military budget. Cowboys saying, all right, Lex, bam, Raptor Freaks, I got to paint and do some tiles in Ajax today. Let's go, Raptors. You hold it down in Ajax, east of the city, doing your tiles and painting. Ta-da, services. They're doing tiles and painting today. If you need that kind of stuff done, you can find Ta-da in social media, and they will come to your house and help you with tiles and painting. It doesn't have to be in Ajax. It can be in Toronto. It could be in Markham. It could be in Thornhill. It could be in Mississauga. They do the whole GTA. Bradley and his brother. So get in touch with them if you need help. Cowboys saying, sorry, I missed the trivia. It was in Home Depot. I get listened to in Home Depot all the time, Bradley. It's all good. Wayne saying, basketball is a business, and we blend sports with social issues smoothly, Raptor Freaks. We understand not to be totally blinded and distracted by our love of the game. There you go, Wayne. I mean, in some ways, I'm like, Lex, don't do so much politics on your channel. You would get more of a following if you didn't. I get that. I understand why celebrities don't really tell their public leanings publicly, politically, because they know they're going to turn off some people. In some ways, I'm like, well, those people maybe aren't my kind of people anyway, if they don't like what I'm saying politically. So it's just like, okay, let them go. It's not a big deal. I'll get the people that I really, really am on the same page with, and that'll be fine. Some people may not like the Raptors Freak partly because of my politics, and that's fine. It's been that way for a long time. Most saying, I think this was the last trivia before preseason in the season, wasn't it? Maybe. Well, and we'll see how they fit with the games and stuff. Of course, trivia does not happen if there's a game or a game the night before. So there's a preview or a reaction stream instead of trivia going forward, starting with the game starting up. So, and Cool Cat saying our company data showed we were more productive and it was cheaper for the company too. See, that's just smart. That's smart business. Elon Musk is a horrible businessman. He's trying to make everybody come back to work. He's ran Twitter into the ground. He's devalued it by like a third of what it used to be worth. And he's just making bad decisions after bad decisions. There you go. That's the kind of minds that are trying to make big decisions with big corporations. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, timing people's bathroom breaks with Amazon in the warehouse. It's disgusting. It's disgusting just how much they try to squeeze blood from a stone. These fuckers at the top. Oh my gosh. On that note, all right, let me do the Instagram stories. There's not a whole lot going on. We've got Dennis talking about his drop that I was talking about, his 37-minute talk about the FIBA World Cup and what happened with him. He's getting a treatment done on himself. I believe that's his ankle treatment that he got earlier this summer that I saw on his thing. It really rejuvenates his ankle and makes it feel real better. He does have ankle problems, and that is something that we're concerned about, but he has a really good doctor that does like acupuncture and treatment to it, and he makes it feel good. He's calling him Dr. Magic. So if you want to see that doctor, go to Dennis's Instagram stories. You can see him. And he's really pushing his cologne right now. He really wants you to shop at Action, Webmeister Leach. He wants you to get that. His brother Shay is in Munich this morning. So the plane that they got on yesterday was not going all the way out. They were on that plane ride to get to Munich, and now they're probably flying from Munich to Toronto. So Dennis and family will not be in Toronto probably until later tonight. So we'll see. But guys are starting to report today. This is the thing that's happening today. A lot of the Raptors are starting to convene on Toronto to get oriented and started for the preseason, the training camp, and going to BC. So that's probably what's going to come up next. Thad Young is celebrating Jayhawk Number one, Liberian Pinion, I think is his name or something. I don't know. He's on Team Thad. So one of his guys is going to Kansas. That's pretty cool. Mr. New York City, Marquise Noel is promoting some ladies' night on September 29th. Make sure y'all are there. My boy's about to rock out. There you go. It's a ladies' night. He's also at the OVO Center, and it says, "We back at it." This is yesterday. Marquise is getting a day early to the Raptors training facility before everybody else to show he's dedicated, and he's getting that work in already at OVO. Nice to see him holding it down to be ready for everybody else to show up. Slim Duck is laughing at a Bill Belichick interview that happened, and he's congratulating Chad Saunders. I guess Chris knows Chad from his time on 905, and he's proud of Chad Saunders getting promoted from the 905 scouting to the Raptors scouting. He is now the head of our scouting department for the Raptors this year, Chad Saunders. And it's kind of cool to see Chris giving kudos to a front office person. That's kind of out of the blue and weird. Let's see. Precious is in New York City, guys. He's got pictures of him driving around in New York. I thought it might have been Toronto, but it actually is New York City. So he's still in New York at home, but he will probably jump the border and come to Toronto very, very soon. Precious has been posting like clips of him in the car singing along with songs. And I gotta tell you, he's got a pretty good singing voice. And he's also got really, really good timing with the song. He's really, really got the beats down. So yeah, Precious, get over the border, get back over to Toronto. Come on, man, get over here. I think that's it. That's all. That's all the Raptors Instagram check for today. Yeah, it's funny. Let's see. Cowboys asking Cool Cat, "Are you guys hiring?" Let's go, Raptors. And Cool Cat saying, "With all the trade talk, our players are silent again on social media because you don't know who might be moved. Most of our players are in Toronto. Yeah, they're already here. A lot of them. I'm excited. I want to see more footage of them getting together and being at OVO. But yeah, I'm excited about it. And yeah, the silence is telling. You know, Scotty had some sort of post where he did some Nav lyrics. And it's like talking about being in Austin and LA or something like that. There's nothing to that. He's just hanging out by a car and he's kind of just like doing his thing. And, you know, the lyrics are just to a song he likes. There's really nothing cryptic about what Scott said at all in any way. There's an NBA survey this morning on ESPN where they're asking league insiders to weigh in on who's going to win awards coming up this year. They think that Jokic is likely the best player in the league, followed by Giannis. Who will be the next player, the best player in the next 5 years? They're saying Luka Doncic, followed by Anthony Edwards. And SGA is on this list somewhere. Victor's also there. Who will be MVP this season? Most people are picking Nikola Jokic. Who will be the best rookie not named Victor? They're saying Scoot Henderson. What level will Wembanyama's game be in 5 years? All-star. People are saying he will be an all-star. They're saying, where will Dame Lillard be at the start of the season? Most of them are saying Portland, that he'll just be there. But they did put an ad on at the end of it saying, after this survey was conducted, Mark J. Spears reported that the Toronto Raptors have emerged as the contender to trade for Lillard. So this survey was done before the most latest stuff, but the experts are still saying he's going to just stay in Portland, that they won't be able to move him. They're saying the same thing about Harden, that they think that James Harden will not be moved from the Sixers. Oh, dumpster fire. That's going to be fun. Which team had the best offseason? The experts say that the San Antonio Spurs did, partly because of Victor, obviously. They're also saying the Celtics. I don't agree with that one. You're crazy if you think the Celtics had a really good offseason. You're absolutely crazy. Golden State, Chris Paul, really? Come on. They're saying the Lakers had a good offseason. I can agree with that one. Actually, the Lakers did have a good offseason. Milwaukee retained everyone. I don't know why they're on the list. Now, this is the funny thing. Which team had the worst offseason? Guess who they're voting? Number one, us. They think that the Raptors had the worst offseason. They're saying it's because of losing Fred, that you can't lose Fred for nothing. Once again, we're hearing that stupid ass statement. Do y'all not understand what happened here, experts? Y'all are idiots. No, a mistake was made by Houston paying him $43 million a year. So y'all can go ahead and think we had the worst offseason because Fred VanVleet walked to Houston, but that's folly. You're going to see real quick that we didn't have a bad offseason at all. What was the most surprising move of the offseason? They're saying it was the Marcus Smart for Porzingis trade. Yeah, I say that was pretty surprising that Boston made such a horrible trade for themselves. Very surprising to me. What was the most impactful change to the CBA? They're saying the second apron. That's because that's going to change how people are doing things with the cap, and it's a really big like thing with flexibility and going to make it hard for people. Who will win the East and the West and the title? They're saying in the East they think Boston's going to win. They're wrong. They got Milwaukee second. Neither one of those teams are going to win this year in the East. Watch. West, Denver, they're saying, and then Phoenix second. Denver's a good bet. I don't know. Phoenix will be good, but they're not going to be built for the playoffs. The champs, they think the Celtics are going to win the champs this year. Yeah. Oh my gosh. ESPN, you're such a homer. Do y'all not realize that Marcus Smart and Grant Williams were so important and essential to the Celtics, and that the Celtics have a sham head coach that cannot get them anywhere in the playoffs? It's like these experts aren't paying attention. I know more than they do. I could just say what I just said about Boston. You know they're not going to win the championship this year. Seriously. Coach Joe's going to be a dumpster fire. I'm sorry. Boston fans, you can get all happy and all this and all that, but honestly, you're not going to be happy with what happens this year. Watch. And when it all happens at the end, yeah. Cool Cat saying, I work in IT. If you're a techie, reach out to me, Cowboy. Oh, you get all techie. Get techie with her. That's right. All right, y'all. I'm going to finish things up right now, just about in 2 hours. Thank you for watching me today on the Raptor Freak Tuesday Trivia second anniversary birthday party. I hope you guys had a good time. I'll post the new standings and the points very shortly after I add them up, and we'll see where people did. Amit the GOAT, you got some answers. I was like, Amit's not going to do as well as he normally does because of the way the trivia is today, but actually Amit did pretty good. And it looks like Fiercey did very well also. So, yeah, I'll add that all up. Thanks for watching me. Hey, if you don't agree with me politically, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you to totally agree with me. You have whatever you want. I just want to bring more to light, and we can talk about it, and maybe it opens eyes. But I get it. Some people aren't going to believe what I believe, and that's not a prerequisite to be on this channel. We love the Raptors. You love the Raptors in a positive way. Well, that's what you need, and that's all you do. That's it. Wayne's saying, I'm preaching here. I'm not a gambler. I hate FanDuel. But if they're going to diss the Raptors, I'm betting on our team. There you go. Wayne's going to capitalize on this. They're going to do this. We might as well make some money. You're going to talk bad about the Raptors and sully us? Well, we're going to go win games and make a bunch of money this year as Raptor fans that are true believers. There you go. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you can find that join button on your phone or on the computer, join if you want to. Membership has its privileges. All right. Give NBA Quick Takes a good follow, too. David's saying something tells me Cowboy is not a techie. He works with his hands, and I know Cowboy's really good at what he does. So, all right, y'all. Thanks for watching, and let's go Raptor Freak family. Let's go Raptor.